I'm Caroline with Massey Ferguson across America. This summer we are hitting the road to find owners of Massey Ferguson tractors to see what these machines are capable of and how they help farmers get their jobs done. I'm in Gibson City, Illinois with Deen Sleezer. And Deen, how many acres do you have?
We farm a total of 4,000 acres.
Okay. And how many years have you had Massey Ferguson tractors and combines?
Well, it's going to go back to the year of 1969 when we got our first Massey Ferguson 410 combine, and what led us to it was a combination of never had a combine before, was just out of high school, found custom work to do, realized we'd be switching back and forth from beans to corn, and Massey Ferguson had come up with the quick attach system, which was all new to everybody, but once you saw it, we said, this is going to make a difference for us, and that's what led us to Massey Ferguson.
Right.
Yep. And
the combine now, I hear you have a brand new combine coming out here to see you. What?
Well, how about this? Staying on board with Massey Ferguson from '69 all the way up through here might have had a little something to do with, you know, being invited into the pilot program with the 9560. And yep, today's the first day it's coming to the field. Went to the Farm Progress Show with our local dealer, John, our district sales rep, Matt, and met Todd and Kevin. And we did a walkthrough of the combine and saw all the greatness of it there, but this is the first day to take it to the field.
It's awesome.
It's going to be a great day.
There's so many good things about it, and it's huge.
Well, it's all good, but it starts with the dealership, starts with AGCO.
It does.
And gee, I know the combine's going to work.
It is.
They don't send things out that don't work. You know what I'm saying? So, So what I saw from it at the Farm Progress Show is one word would summarize what I liked about it: everything. You know, so I think it's going to be a continuation today, but we'll know soon.
We saw it working in the field, doing some demos out there, and it's impressive.
Yep, there you go. You're the leader then right now.
It is. It does.
You got the most knowledge right now. That's a good thing.
It does.
Yeah. So.
Well, now tell me some things about your farm. What do you raise on your farm?
Pretty much right now we rotate from corn to soybeans. We rotate the fields. We've kind of started out that way back in the early 70s. And we just kind of stayed on board with that, and since that's what works for us, that's what we stay with.
What's your favorite out of the two?
Well, corn. Corn rules the world.
Yes.
I mean, so many people don't know so little about corn, but it's the ruler of the world.
Right.
It feeds the livestock. We make so many things from it. It's the one. But we also need, the soybeans. So therefore, you got to balance the whole world. So that's the way we go about it.
Yeah. Now, I know I talked to you a little bit at Farm Progress whenever that big show was there, and it was a huge thing. I'm used to the expo in Moultrie, Georgia. And you mentioned that Massey Ferguson to you is the triple triangles.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And you've been such a loyal customer, but what is it to you? What is so, fascinating to you about Massey Ferguson? Why did you choose Massey Ferguson? Okay,
it kind of starts with the idea of what I brought back to about the quick attach system. If they can come up with innovations that lead the industry, they're still working on that plan every year. So staying on board is something that was instilled in our family. If we get on board with something, that's what we stay with, because we know that can lead to something that down the road may be a thing that's more than you ever thought, which is the pilot program this day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they have had innovations with the rotor, with so many things that, whether it be tractors or combines, it's just being a part of it, so we know we earned our way through it all.
Yeah.
That's what we like about it.
And here in Illinois, who's your dealer?
Well, it's Coons Equipment, 2 locations. Started out in Arthur with Howard Coons, and then moved up into Gibson City area because we got land closer to that one. And when John Smith brought that dealership along, it's like, that's the one that's right next door to us. And the thing we like about that dealership is the simple thing that is, if they say yes we will, they follow through. And so when you've got that as your way of doing business, you're never going to go wrong. They have the right people in the right place. You bet. They sure do.
They have things available for you when you need them.
They do things for us that is amazing to us at times, but they said, nope, that's what we said we signed up for, to help you out. Like, we're trying to be loyal to them. They're the same way to us. So,
well, good.
Yep, that's a great thing.
That's what you want.
That's a great thing, yes.
Well, great. We're glad to hear it. Well, let's move over to the tractors. I know you've got some 8600s. We want to go see those and hear what you like about those.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, Dean, these two tractors in front of me, I know that you've had a lot of Massey tractors in your lifetime. So what was your first one?
Okay, the first one would have been, here we go again with history, back in 1973 in a 1155. Came out with the isolated cab mounts and was a quiet tractor and had the V8 horsepower and just rode the wave all the way up till what we're looking at today. One more time, staying on board.
I know, you got a lot of Massey Ferguson in your history.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Now, and these two tractors, these are both 8680s.
Yep.
And I know that you've got another new one coming on the way on the shipment from Beauvais. It's the first shipment of the 8690s coming from Beauvais, France. And what about these two tractors, the DTM system? What is it about the DTM that you like?
Well, the way we've been able to make the DTM work for us is one thing, ease of operation. The other thing is the fuel savings. My sister, Judy, runs the grain cart for us when we're combining. And, I mean, it's the first thing she goes to is the DTM, and it's all tractor management from there on. That one little lever is just, you know, ease of operation, pulling up alongside to dump in a semi. So then the fuel savings some days are more important than other days. Not that they're always there, but it's the ease of operation and stuff. So when you think about how this has happened from 73 all the way up, you sit there, you know, you just wish your parents and your grandparents could have been on board for all this. And so the proudest thing we have going for us is we knew to stay on board because, you know, people back in the day are responsible for how this all works. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then you get to grow into these deals, and then you get to say, hey, you know, it's in our genes. That's what we're all about, you know. Then all the good things just start falling in place. And, you know, you've earned them, and that's one of the great things you can be a part of. So that's going to be great about the 8690 coming. We're supposed to be.
Well, Dean, something I forgot to ask you earlier, and this is something that I like to ask everybody, because my daddy's a farmer in South Georgia, and I know that he's always been passionate about what he does, and I know that you're passionate about what you do, but I want to know why. What is it that makes you want to get up every morning and be a farmer?
Well, because it has something to do with the Creator. You know what I'm saying? We spoke of how we do the best we can, but, you know, the Creator put all this out here. We get to be a part of it. We get to grow with all the equipment and the seeds and the way of doing farming. But when we spoke of corn being one of the greatest crops ever, you know, it feeds the world. Just to wake up every morning and know that, you know what, you always like dealing with people, but boy, there's something about dealing with nature that still is the best winner of all.
You're right, that's true.
So that's just born into us.
Thanks for watching. Catch us next time as we hit the road with Massey Ferguson across America.